live from the gymnasium at Oak Ridge High School in Orlando, Florida. Welcome to the Operation Step Up Inc. 5th Annual Breast Cancer Awareness Classic, sponsored by Pepsi. Brian Fulford and Robert Alfonso here for game number 2 of our broadcast between the Tampa Catholic Crusaders from Tampa, Florida, and the Central Pointe Christian Academy White Tigers from Kissimmee, Florida. Let's start with the starting lineups. As you'll see, Central Pointe in white. Number 3, Cesar Bazarios, a 6-foot junior. Number 10, Harry Sosa, a 6'6 junior. Number 13, Victor Rosas, a 6'6 junior. Number 15, Jonathan Ibar, 6'9 junior. And number 23, Luis Rolon, a 6'2 junior. For Tampa Catholic, number 0, Elijah Harrison, a 6'4 junior. Number 4, Kobe Knox, a 6'4 junior. Number 5, Johnny Broom, a 6'8 junior. 35, Isaiah Elmore, 6'7 junior. And number 33, Ahmad Edmonds, a 6-foot sophomore. The game starts. That is Tampa Catholic in green, trimmed in white. And the White Tigers of Central Pointe in white with orange numbers trimmed. In the corner for 3 to get things started for Central Pointe is Barrios. Back come the Crusaders. A very experienced group. Deep three-pointer is no good by Harrison. There's a steal. Roll on to the basket. And 5-0 for the White Tigers.
And Rolon has been playing well for the White Tigers. I saw them against Downey the other day, and he's been averaging about 20 points a game in the last 3 games.
There's Knox with the ball at the top. To the right wing is Harrison. He'll bring it back up and look to reset.
Run it.
Over to Elmore. Elmore looking. He'll pull up for 3. Off the glass. Count it.
That's a 2-pointer. They gave him a 2-pointer.
Okay. Still in man-to-man, Tampa Catholic. Nice find. Unable to finish that.
It's Harry Sosa. Rolon's got one of the best court visions I've seen of any guard in the country.
And Barrios is going to pick up a foul, trying to put a little bit of pressure there on Elmore as he was bringing the ball up the floor. Kobe Knox with the ball in his hands. Looking for a 2-man game set up there. That ball is stolen away. Going to the basket, all the way to the rim. Harry Sosa.
Good finish by the big fella.
Definitely. I was waiting for someone to catch up to him, but nobody did. Inside, a little contested there, and there on the follow is number 35, Isaiah Elmore.
That's actually his second bucket there.
Looks like both of these teams got to the gym in good time because the scoring is quick, and almost a steal there. Did force a turnover. Knox going to the basket from the left side to the right with the finish. 7-6 lead for Central. Roll on. Being pressured by Dontre Manuel, checked in. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Manuel. He'll bring the ball up all the way up to in the corner. Corner 3 by Harrison was no good. And Sosa bringing the ball up the floor. They're going to the basket as Barrios kicks into the corner. Takes his time for 3. No good was Ibar. But that finish there by Barrios. He comes right back putting pressure on. So already we can see some good pressure by the guards early. A little too aggressive there on that one was Sosa. That'll be his first, team second.
Hurry. Get in it, guys. Get in early.
9-6 lead for Central. And there's a steal. Roll on to the basket. Tampa Catholic just a little careless right now early in this ball game.
Well, a little tidbit from the last 3 games that Central Point has played, managed to see his stats that Rolon has had 8 steals per game in the last 3. So this is actually no surprise here.
Rolon with the ball in his hands. Over to Barrios. Gets it back. Goes to the basket. Unable to finish that one, and actually standing out of bounds was Johnny Broom. Inbound underneath for Central. In the corners, Barrios. Air ball, but Rolon with the finish. Uncontested. Nobody there to rebound, and then Rolon gets the steal. Gives it to Barrios with the finish.
I'm telling you, the kid is tough.
The White Tigers are white hot to start the first quarter with a 15-6 lead over the Tampa Catholic Crusaders. We have a 30-second timeout by Tampa Catholic.
You know, the one thing about Louis Rolon that a lot of people may not realize, young man is from Puerto Rico who happened to play for the Puerto Rican national team and helped them lead them to a third place finish in the U16s in Argentina, and just managed to play a tough one. And he's the heart of their team. I've watched them this year. He plays relentless defense, and he's not afraid to go up against anyone, as you can see here by several of these replays.
I mean, when you get that uncontested to get a rebound, and just the heads-up awareness, Central Point coming into this ball game with a record of 2-2. Tampa Catholic enters this contest with a record of 3-1. Three-pointer in the corner, no good by Knox, and back come Central. Rolon finds Barrios, and there's a turnover. That one, Harrison, he brings the ball up the floor strong, kicks it to the left wing. Basket is good.
That was Elmore with the 3 in the corner.
Ball stolen by Knox. Splits the double team. And Broom turns it over. A couple of subs coming in here for Tampa Catholic. Angel Munoz and Jayan Reed in the ball game for three-pointer in the corner. Bounces around. That one was no good for Rosa, excuse me. Munoz gives it back to Knox on the right wing, picks up a screen. Knifes through the lane. It's partially blocked there
by Ibar.
On the floor. Another block there, that time by Rosas. Three-point attempt. No good by Harrison. Here comes Barrios across the timeline. Finds Sosa. Rosas looking. Hits Rolon on the back cut. Beautiful pass and movement by Central right now. Pull-up jump shot, and there you go. Munoz gets a quick bucket.
Can't afford to leave guys wide open there.
The speed right now on the alley-oop, that time from Rosas to Ibar. And I think right now Tampa has to get used to the pace right now. If you make a mistake, you better sprint back, because right now Central is on the move, make or miss. Into the corner for 3. Count that one is good. That is Reed, 5'10" junior, with his first points of the game. Tampa stays in there man-to-man. There's a back cut. And they keep the ball moving. That time it's going to go off the hands. Rolon tried to give that ball up to Rosas real quick, but just off his fingertips. Kobe Knox bringing the ball up the floor, kicks it out to Munoz. Left wing being guarded, picks up a screen. Over to Elmore, and he takes it over to Knox again. Moving the ball from side to side. Tampa looking for a breakdown. Elmore going to the lane. That foul on 15, Jonathan Ibar. I believe that's his first, team's third. It's actually going to send Isaiah Elmore to the line. As he knocks down the first one. Substituting into the ball game for Central, Giovanni Baerga for Cesar Barrios. Second free throw, bounces in and out of the rim. 19-15 lead for Central. Roll on through the lane, cuts back to the rim, pump fakes, goes up, nope, finish. Bodies on the floor, here comes Tampa. Munoz on the break. You know, I'm one of those people, I don't know about you, Alfonso, I hate seeing the pass go behind the wings who aren't running ahead of the ball.
Oh, no, if they're not running, I'm a stern believer, don't give it to them.
Right,
you know?
right. Pull up, off the front of the rim, no good by Reed. That time Elmore picks the ball off, and he's going to be fouled from behind by, I believe, Luis Roland. That's the team's fourth.
I believe that's his second, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Knox receiving a little bit of pressure there by Baerga. Elmore on the right wing. Up top is Harrison into the lane from left to right. Elmore comes in trying to take the ball away, but Central has it. Here comes Central, corner three. No good. But they're there to get the offensive rebound. And that is how the first quarter is going to end. An exciting first quarter here is our score. Central Pointe Christian Academy 19, Tampa Catholic 15. We'll be back right after this.
Lose up to 30 to 40 pounds now. Burn Fat Orlando.
I feel a lot better. I have energy. I can run upstairs now. One of the main things is exactly what you said it was. There's no secrets hidden behind what you're saying. There's nothing that you don't tell us. It's straight up, here it is, do this, you will lose weight.
With our comprehensive programs, you can lose up to 30 to 40 pounds easier than ever before with BurnFatOrlando.com. Call now at 855-889-8446. And remember,
we want to see less of you.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter here. Central Pointe Christian Academy with a 19-15 lead. Alfonso, I come to you, and from what you've seen in the first quarter, your thoughts on the first quarter and the tempo of the game.
Well, the tempo of the game has been fun. It's better than the previous. You know, these both teams that came in here ready to play, and both teams are just still trying to get into a decent flow. And one thing I've noticed, especially with Tampa, they're going to be patient and relentless on both ends of the floor.
Tampa continuing to move in their 5-out motion offense there. Knox received a little bit of pressure, and they're saying he traveled, lost his footing a little bit there.
Little full court pressure right now by Tampa.
This will be interesting to see how the full court pressure, here comes the jump trap, And it forces. Did it force a turnover? No, I
No,
think the
no,
ball
the
hit the official.
The referee was available.
Exactly.
He was on the floor, so I think everybody kind of stopped.
A nice ricochet.
Right.
But they did end up turning the ball going across the court again, so gives the ball right back to Tampa. And Central answers with their own full court pressure. Knox goes cross court to Munoz. Looking, he's faced with a double team in the backcourt. Has it stolen almost? It is stolen. Oh, bobbled by Victor Rosas. He wanted to go up, but didn't quite have the ball.
He went up too nonchalant, to be honest with you. He just kind of he saw he had a wide open opportunity and really just took his eye off the basketball, which allowed him to fumble it a little bit.
Checking into the ball game for Tampa Catholic, Gaetan Lusant.
There goes Luis Rolón again. That's honestly his fifth steal of this game, and he's been all over the basketball. Look at him right here sneaking in, and he actually just showing them dropping off the pass.
Nice no look. Knocks down the first one. The foul was on Isaiah Elmore for Tampa Catholic, his team's first.
Yeah, Ramses Melendez, who's a solid contributor off the bench for Central Pointe, knocks down 2.
21-15 lead for Central. Stolen. Three-point attempt, and no foul called on that one. Back up the floor comes Tampa. Number 21 also had checked in, Marcellus Crutchfield. Off-balance shot, no good. Rebound, back up the floor comes Central. Fading into the corner is Rosas. He gives it back to Melendez. Bahager with the top. There's the back cut for Rosas all the way to the basket.
Victor Rosa missed an easy layup there.
Nice block by Elmore from behind. Into the corner. That one is 3. That's a 3 by Crutchfield. Yeah, those were points left on the floor on that possession by Central. You want to avoid those as much as possible. Into the lane is Roland. I am amazed at how open Central is getting. I mean, they're getting open, clean looks to the basket. And then into the ball game right now for Tampa, Ahmad Edmonds checking in for Crutchfield.
Well, the thing about it is they're moving well without the basketball, and they're making cuts, and there's a lot of unselfish play. It seems like a lot of team ball movement by Central Pointe, so it helps to open up the spacing.
Checking in also for Central, Cesar Barrios and Jonathan Ibar check back into the ball game. Tampa in their motion. Harrison. You know, I will say the one thing about motion is when you're moving, you've got to be sharp. You've got to be sharp, not with your passes, but with your dribble drives. And right now, I wouldn't say Tampa is at that point in this game. And maybe that's some credit to Central. Skip pass to the other side of the floor. At the top of the key is Rosas. Wide open man under the basket. Melendez, all he needed to do was just catch the ball and then go back up. I think he tried to do too much on that possession.
Yeah, if he would have just caught it, cradled it, soft left hand, right hand, however way he went, he was that wide open. He could have made a decision on which end of the basket to go, which side of the rim to score on.
Broom checked back in the ball game for Tampa. Barrios pulled up, contested. Nope, rebound by Elmore. Looks up the floor. Finds Edmonds. More substitutions for Tampa. Number 3, Reed, and 21, Crutchfield back in again. Sideline inbound for the Crusaders. Trailing by 5. Crutchfield working off the pressure. Never quite was comfortable going left and being bumped on that possession, and he ends up turning the ball over into the corner.
Look, this game I know is got a lot of pace, a lot of different action, and I know it can be seen all over this wonderful internet of ours, from Asia all the way to Puerto Rico. So we're gonna go ahead and give all the fans exactly what they need.
Barrios on the left wing. Goes skip pass in the corner. Three-pointer. Bam! Knocks it down. Number 22, Ramses Melendez, with the three, having a chance to make it a 4-point play. Team's second foul for Tampa Catholic. Well, I would say that makes up for that miss earlier there, wouldn't you, Alfonso?
Yeah, it does. But I know. Like every other coach, they would want him to score it either way.
Oh, sure. We always want every point we can get. Central switched up to a 2-2-1 on that one. Rebound recovered by Crutchfield. Into the lane. Nice finish by Broom, Johnny Broom, hanging out on the baseline with a nice finish, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Central. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we're going to stay here and let you know about our sponsors. This BCAC is sponsored by Pepsi, Nike, S3 Sports Inc., E1T1, Dr. St. Patrick Germain, where you can burn fat in 30 days. Call 407-218-6421. Communiplex Services, Inc.
Well, the one thing about Tampa Catholic right now is them trying to find just an opportunity to continue to execute and figure out how to defend the ball movement done by Central Pointe at this point, because Central Pointe is moving the ball around the court and being able to give everyone decent looks.
Ball deflected, going back to Tampa. Finding his way through traffic is Reed. There's a three by Crutchfield. No good. Back comes Barrios. Across. Cuts through, drops it off the Rosas behind him. Trying to get into the lane, but it's going to go out of bounds off Tampa. I was going to ask you, are you surprised that possibly Tampa isn't in more of maybe a zone?
Well, I think I am, but part of it is because, again, if any good program does any sort of quality scouting, I'm sure the coach is aware that Central Pointe can knock down the three-point shot and has solid perimeter scoring. So
nice steal and finish by Marcellus Crutchfield, with the steal, and finishes all the way to the basket. Back comes Central, unable to finish that. Inside with Sosa. They give it back to again on the baseline. He turns, looking for a teammate in the corner. He's unable to do anything with it. At the top of the key is Melendez. No good. Another rebound by Central. It's about the second or third offensive rebound. You can't keep giving them second and third chances. Barrios trying to settle things down, call a play. Calls for the screen, goes away from it. At the top of the key is Sosa. Foot on the line. Long two-pointer.
Ball movement is ball movement and second chance opportunities to score.
And a foul on Ramses Melendez. His first, team's fifth. (29-22) lead for Central over Tampa Catholic here across the court. Knox. Broom looking, gives it back to Knox. Sets the screen. Harrison. Crutchfield. Follows his shot. Finds his teammate. There's a pull-up jump shot at the elbow. No good. But Nice recovery there by Johnny Broom.
Good hustle by Crutchfield just to even get the ball, just to be able to get the ball and throw it back towards a teammate. And a lot of times we don't like to see kids do that, but he threw it and found a teammate that was wide open.
First one is good by Broom, checking into the ball game. Isaiah Elmore. And this is a Tampa Catholic team that has gone to the Final Four the last 2 seasons and comes into this ball game with a wealth of experienced players that are on the floor, mostly as juniors. So these guys, when they were freshmen and sophomores, have experience and knows what this season, what it takes to get back to Lakeland. That was Harrison with a steal, and he actually has it taken away from him, but I think that ball is going to stay on that end of the floor with Tampa.
Well, even the interesting part about that, and you're 100% correct, I was impressed with the amount of returning players that were coming for Tampa. But the one thing that, after doing some research and talking to the Central Pointe staff, they have 3 players who are on their U17 team in Argentina that finished 3rd in the world.
Wow.
And, they're playing with international experience. They're playing, they have that experience, and it's a school that is new. This is a team that's virtually new, but at the end of the day, I think they have enough quality players and experience to be able to compete with a lot of teams in the state of Florida.
It's funny,
if not nationally.
Yeah, it is underrated when you think about it, the international experience versus the high school state championship run that some of these guys are on. That's what you're looking at. That's a nice finish there by Isaiah Elmore. Cuts the deficit to 4. Barrios, nice finish up ahead. 3 passes, that's all it took. Maybe 2 passes if I'm to be corrected there. And they're going to call Melendez with the bump. I think that will send them into the bonus.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of kids are playing AAU travel ball and things of that nature as Elmore is going to the line. But you also have international experience. Harry Sosa, who just grabbed that rebound, is one of those players. Luis Rolón is another one of those players. And number 13, Victor Rosa, who's at the table getting ready to check in, is a third. And their 4th player happens to be on the bench right now is Diego Romero, who's 6'9". So they have experience, just maybe not in the Florida State Championship run experience, but definitely experience nonetheless.
Nice rebound and finish by Broom, the 6'8" junior. 4-point ball game. Central with a 31-27 lead. Barrios into the lane, avoids the traffic. Broom with a rebound, looks up ahead, finds Elmore. Cross court, Harrison in the corner. Go skip pass, there's Knox from the right wing. No good, but the rebound by Broom and a basket. Yeah, if you don't box him out, I mean, that's not hard for a 6'8" kid.
Right.
Rolón right to the rack, off the glass. Nice finish by Luis Rolón to get the last 2 points of the half. And that's going to push the halftime score to Central Pointe Christian 33, Tampa Catholic 29. We're going to take a halftime timeout, and we'll be back right after these words.
Lose up to 30 to 40 pounds now with Burn Fat Orlando.
I feel a lot better. I have energy. I can run upstairs now. One of the main things is exactly what you said it was. There's no secrets hidden behind what you're saying. There's nothing that you don't tell us. It's straight up, here it is, do this, you will lose weight.
With our comprehensive programs, you can lose up to 30 to 40 pounds easier than ever before with BurnFatOrlando.com. Call now at 855-889-8446 and remember,
We want to see less of you.
The 360, he throws it down. He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath. Sexton goes step back, fade away three. Oh, my goodness. Golly, Sexton. In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling in towards the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper. Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. The Operation Step Up Inc. 5th Annual Breast Cancer Awareness Classic, sponsored by Pepsi, here in the gymnasium on the campus of Oak Ridge High School in Orlando, Florida. Central Pointe Christian Academy with a 33-29 lead over Tampa Catholic, and
they right out the gate to pass to Harry Sosa for a layup from Cesar Barrios.
Just like the first half. And strong to the basket goes Isaiah Elmore to answer for Tampa. And we had a furious pace, Alfonso. Brian Fulford here with Robert Alfonso. And we had a great pace in the first quarter, Alfonso. And then it seemed like the second half there was it was a little bit different in terms of the tempo and pace.
Well, they got a chance to feel each other out. I'm not going to ever say Tampa Catholic got comfortable with the pace, but they became more efficient at not only attacking the glass, but being able to make sure they set their will on it.
Johnny Broom with that last basket. And I tell you, Broom made a difference there at the end of the second quarter. And I think it'll be interesting to see how Broom, who is a 6'8 junior, and Elmore, 6'7 junior, see how their size makes a difference. There's a steal for Central. There's a miss inside. Trying to pivot out of his Elmore, feeling pressure. Knox up the left side. Harrison, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, no good. There's Broom, thought he had it, but Elmore gets it. He pump fakes, he misses. 5 white jerseys under the basket, just left the ball wide open for Knox. This is the third or fourth chance. Another chance. That's about 4 or 5 offensive possessions off of misses for Tampa Catholic. And they're going to call that foul on Victor Rosas.
Central Pointe cannot afford that. They cannot afford those many scoring opportunities for any team, let alone a team with the length that Tampa Catholic has.
First free throw good for Broom, especially when you see 5 guys in a position where they were. There was nobody out near the perimeter to cover a long rebound. 35-34. Central's lead is just 1 now. Central has led this entire ball game. Barrios. Baseline jump shot. No good by Ibar, but a rebound up top off the lob from Barrios to Ibar.
That's where Ibar is effective. He's definitely effective using his length right there and being able to get inside and to play above the rim.
Kobe knocks the 3, knock it down, 1, 2, 3, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game at 37. 5:36. 3 off the glass, no good. Roland gets a rebound, knifes through the lane, no good. Here comes Tampa Catholic, looking for their first lead. Up top, boom, and the finish. The alley-oop, Isaiah Elmore finishes, and Tampa Catholic has their first lead of the ball game, 39-37. Barrios at the top of the key. The pressure and the intensity has picked up for Tampa Catholic in the man-to-man. Barrios, no good. Offensive rebound by Central. Roland with a miss. Rebound and another offensive possession. Unable to come down with the ball cleanly the last 2 misses there for Tampa. 3-pointer, no good. This time Elmore comes up with it. He kicks it all the way out. Harrison on the run, 2 steps into the basket. And there's the timeout by Central. 41-37 lead for Tampa Catholic. Great energy to come out and start this third quarter. We want to let everybody know that this event, the Operation Step Up Inc. 5th Annual Breast Cancer Awareness Classic, which is sponsored by Pepsi, is being brought to you by Operation Step Up Inc., which is a nonprofit founded in 1968 by Dr. Stephen Reese Sr. in Cincinnati, Ohio, targeting developing and supporting youth in inner city communities. The organization has sent thousands to college and has a strong alumni of young leaders across the United States. If you're following us on Twitter at SUVTV, make sure to use the hashtag BCAC18. That's hashtag BCAC18. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at SUVTV. And thesutv.com is your home for the next two games that we have. Orlando Jones High School versus West Oaks Academy, followed up by Oak Ridge versus Osceola. Ibar, that ball deflected by Harrison. Up the floor, finds Knox. Elmore's misses. Rebound by Sosa. Back up the floor comes Central.
See, this is where they need to get, Central needs to be able to get number 13 here, Victor Rosa, get him open a little bit because he has not knocked down a shot, and he's more than capable of spreading the flow of this game with his jump shot.
That foul is going to go on number 35, Isaiah Elmore. I believe that his second, team first in the half. But that was a nice patient play that's going to send Sosa to the free throw line where he makes the first one. You were just mentioning trying to get Rosas an open look. In that play, you saw Rosas cut to the corner, and I thought for a second that Roland was going to kick it back to him, but instead he continued to work, and eventually they found Sosa. Three-pointer, and that's going to be short. I'm not sure if that was deflected or was just short. But either way, comes up as an air ball, and it's going to go back to Central.
Well, again, I think what Tampa Catholic is trying to set the tempo, but Central Pointe, they just need to be a little bit more patient. And I know that's one thing that their head coach Richie Dalmau is probably screamed onto them and insisted by them, because these guys have been able to play in some games where they are having the opportunity to do some things differently.
Isaiah Elmore with a nice move, and there's Harrison with some hustle. Elmore catching that ball at the top of the key and finding his way right through the lane. A bit unorthodox, but he still had his head up, and he squared his shoulders up. Two important things for you young ballers out there when you're going to the lane a little off balance. Find a way to get your head up and get your shoulders square if you can. Inside, unable to finish that.
One person who always has his head up is Luis Rolon, who saw Jonathan Abar cutting there. Just Jonathan's got to make that basket.
Exactly.
That's just points you're leaving on the table, and that could have cut it down a little bit. And
yep. Rolon from three. Count it. With the assist by Harry Sosa. Cuts the deficit to 1. 43-42. Tampa Catholic leading. Knox picks up the screen. He rolls, guts baseline, finds his teammate Harrison, who swings it over. Three-point attempt. That three-point attempt was by Reed, and they're going to say a foul on Giovanni Baerga. And coming into the ball game for Tampa Catholic is Crutchfield, Marcellus Crutchfield. Inbounding underneath. Knox finds Elmore. Dribbles back out. There's Reed. Comes back and gets the screen, goes away from the screen, and he picks up a foul by Roland.
That's a cheap foul. That's a cheap foul on his part, just real lazy. If he stays in front of him, he avoids getting to pick up a foul that, again, you don't want to pick up a needless foul like that.
Now that's his third, team's third this half. So it'll be interesting to see if that affects the aggressiveness in this quarter by Roland. Knox at top. Kicks it out to the left. Reed rolls. Down to Harrison. He misses the finish.
Bayerga with a block down there.
Strong to the basket is Roland. Oh, he got that one to go. I don't know how that one went in, but it did.
Luis Rolón is playing exceptional basketball right now, and he's, as we talked about in our earlier game with Jalen White refusing to let his team lose. I believe right now Luis Rolón is in the mode of, okay, I've given y'all an opportunity. Now I'm going to go ahead and do everything I can to make sure we don't fall short.
Knox for three. Strong rebound there by Ibar. And back comes Central. Roland. And looks like some stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like Harry Sosa was on the baseline there and stepped out of bounds.
Central with a 1-point lead right now, so we've already seen a couple of lead changes in this quarter. Here comes the screen by Harrison. Knox rolls. Pull up, no good. Rebound. Melendez up the floor. No fouls called with the bodies on the floor. Elmore loses the ball. Sosa going to the basket. Left hand misses. On the floor is Harrison, and they're going to say a jump ball. Looks like the possession arrow is going to go to Tampa Catholic.
Listen, you can tell Tampa Catholic players who they are. They're all wearing them bright, glow-in-the-dark Pumas that they are honestly the only Puma-sponsored team in the country right now due to the fact of their alumni, Kevin Knox, who's with the New York Knicks. So shout out to Kevin Knox and
indeed
to my hometown team. Let's keep building over there, buddy.
Unfortunately, as his brother ends up turning the ball over out of bounds, looking to try to make a play happen, going left. Gives the ball right back to Central, leading 44-43. Coming up under 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Roland over to Sosa for three. No good. Rebound by Reed, fighting through traffic. Up ahead to Crutchfield. He'll shoot the three. No good, but Reed follows it and gets the basket. Giant Reed gives Tampa Catholic the lead back, 45-44.
All right, and that's a shot you want Tampa Catholic to take, but that's not the result you want it to end into, a missed shot and giving up an offensive rebound by Central Pointe.
Indeed. And what I liked about it is, there you see, watch Reed. Everyone's looking, and no box out by Roland there under the basket. I hate to call the young man out, but he was watching instead of boxing out, and Reed just paying attention, goes through. Crutchfield to the basket. And there's a finish by Broom. 47-44, three-point shot. No good at the end of the half. And Tampa Catholic with a 47-44 lead thanks to a great third quarter. We'll get ready for the fourth quarter here in just a moment, right after these words. One of our sponsors for this event, Communiplex Services, Inc., a sports marketing division, produces and markets the Breast Cancer Awareness Classic. The company has over 3 decades of experience in producing basketball tournaments and sporting events like the Black College Basketball Classic, a National Women's College Basketball Classic, the MLK Dream Basketball Classic, and the Dream 3-on-3 Street Ball Tournament. In addition, Communiplex promoted professional boxing fights with Boxing Hall of Fame Aaron Hawk Time Pryor and represented MLB Hall of Famer. The company also is the founder of the Communiplex Women's Sports Hall of Fame, co-chaired by the late Wilma Rudolph and Coach Pat Summit. The Breast Cancer Awareness Classic, founded by Coach Stephen Reese, is not only an extension by a dedication in memory of his mother, the late Barbara Howard Reese, who was Vice President of Communiplex Services, Inc., and passed away after a 12-year battle with breast cancer.
Too many second opportunities right now that Central Point is giving up, and that ball ended up in the hands of Kobe Knox for a 3.
50-44 lead for Tampa Catholic, increasing their lead to 6, the largest of the game for them. Roland kicks out into the corner. That was, I believe, Melendez. Rebound by Harrison. Reed tries to go cross court, stolen by Melendez, going strong to the basket. Unable to finish the layup, but he did force a turnover. Barrios unable to finish. Right now, it just seems Central is missing the finishes off the backboard. The finishes that were there in the first half just aren't going in for him right now.
That lid is covered up that rim right now, and only thing saving them is Tampa Catholic wants to call a timeout, because it could have gone into a few different runs here that could get this game away and expand this 6-point lead that Tampa Catholic has. Is right now you can see the frustration amongst the Central Point coaches who are just trying to figure out, because there's not much you can say. You can call a timeout and discuss a timeout, but what play are you going to design for a kid to go make a layup? You know, what play are you going to design for a kid who makes a steal and goes coast to coast and unfortunately misses a layup for them? So, you know, again, you just got to be able to tell your team to keep chopping at the wood. You know, it's 6:36. It's a long time before this game is over. But, and then if I'm the Tampa Catholic coach, I'm telling my guys, look, let's keep attacking. Let's keep doing what we're doing, but let's be patient, because right now I feel like they're even at times rushing shots to be able to get off.
Kobe Knox inbounding the ball. Reed over to Knox on the other right wing. Comes up short. Rebound by Sosa. Flicks it up ahead. There's a finish right there by number 13, Victor Rosas.
That's his first bucket of the ball game. Maybe that'll get him started.
Harrison with a nice pump fake, but he's unable to finish that. Roland up ahead there that time. Blocked. Give credit to Elmore with the block on Melendez. Tampa coming back. That time Kobe Knox gets it to go down with the 3. 53-46 by Tampa, and they back up their man-to-man a little bit now. No need to put so much pressure on the full court. More concerned about the half court at this point. Sosa with a step through, and he's going to be fouled. Oh, wait a minute. Wow, they call a charge on Sosa. I thought for a second he might have got fouled from behind from the angle that we're sitting at, but I guess give some credit on the floor. I missed who that was on the floor that took that charge. Good save by Reed to save us from a flying basketball. Not sure how that would have affected the broadcast. But we'll give props to Mr. Reed for that one.
Oh, that could have been ugly for the broadcast, and it could have spilled on some people's food right on their lap. And they really would. I don't think they had to change a wardrobe as Victor Rosa knocks down a 3.
Here comes Reed. It's blocked by Melendez from behind. Back up ahead, Roland. I'm not sure if that was an advised 3 by Reed. Nice step through. Barrios in the corner, turns the corner, kicks it out for a 3 again. Rolls in and out. Harrison gets a strong rebound. Knox gives it back to Harrison. Harrison, not really sure who he saw, or maybe he thought a teammate was going to cut, but it ends up being a turnover. And in the ball game right now, Angel Munoz checks in for Reed. 4:51 remaining. 53-49 lead for Tampa Catholic, and that's going to be a turnover. Right now, now's the time where you want guys to take care of the ball, take care of these possessions. You're seeing a lot of carelessness, a lot of loose passes, and there you just seen right there Coach Don DeZagua deciding to take a timeout for Tampa Catholic.
Well, he came to the table looking to see how many timeouts he had left, so you could tell he was frustrated with just what his team was doing, empty possession on the last 2 times down the floor, a lot of sloppiness on both ends. But then also you'll pay attention to what Central Pointe and Richie Dalmau, who's their head coach, he's frustrated over there. And thing about it is he's been in these situations as a player, having played 20 years professional basketball overseas and as well as coach with the Puerto Rican national team on their older squad. And his younger brother, Christian Dalmau, is as well a legend and a figure in Puerto Rico who's done fantastic international basketball play and actually played against Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James and D. Wade when they're all on the Olympic team. So they're probably sitting there trying to just scratch out what it is that they got to do. But again, as I said in the previous timeout, you can't design a play for a kid to make a layup if he misses it completely.
Our event, the Breast Cancer Awareness Basketball Classic, of course, founded by Coach Stephen Reese through Communiplex Services, Inc. Coach Reese, a nationally recognized state championship coach. He's also director of E1T1 and a graduate of Kentucky State, where he not only received his master's degree, but led his team to a national black college basketball championship. And so we look forward to having Coach Reese join us here a little bit later in one of our broadcasts. And there's going to be a foul. Cesar Barrios is called for the foul. That is going to be Central's 5th team foul. One thing I noticed here, Alfonso, the team foul situation. Tampa with only 1 team foul, Central with 5. Now, of course, Central's trailing, so I guess that's good for them. But if this game flips, this could be interesting to see how Tampa reacts. There's a steal, roll on to the basket. Nice finger roll over the rim. Cuts the deficit to 2. Back up.
Don't leave anything loose around Luis Rolon because he will make sure he picks it up.
Nice pivot and pass. There's Kobe Knox for 3. Kobe Knox, his second three-pointer of his 4th three-pointer.
Of the second half.
Of the second half, thank you. Coming up big here, a big reason why Tampa Catholic has gained the lead. There's a three-point attempt, comes up short, but there was a rebound. Looked like that was Malerga who came up with that, or Melendez, excuse me. Tampa up the floor. They've got numbers. It's going to be a corner into 3. No good. Let's see, we got a jump ball before any kind of bodies hitting the floor. Let's see, that 3 in the corner there by Angel Munoz.
And that jump ball is going back to Tampa Catholic, so.
Thoughts on that 3 in the corner?
Well, the thing about it is Kobe Knox is getting every look he wants right now. He's able, and Munoz is being able to feed off of that as well. You still have a solid ball game, and Central Pointe doesn't need to panic. They just need to move the ball around, and Tampa Catholic just need to take care of the basketball.
Barrios for 3. Unable to save it. I wonder if the legs and the fatigue, we haven't seen, Central has only really come maybe 2 players deep off the bench.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder if the fatigue is starting to wear on the jump shot at this point in the ball game.
I'm sure it is. But, as they say, they're young kids. They'll figure it out. Because if they were outside playing, they would still be going hard.
A good point. There's number 4 there on Luis Rolon. As he's called for the foul, and that's going to be team number 6.
Looks like the table might have pointed up for 3 on on Rolone, but we'll have to double check that.
Knox in the corner again. No good. This time the rebound by Sosa, and they're going to say the ball went off of Broom. You can see the replay right there. Knox in the corner. I don't think the officials will be coming over to the table asking us whose ball it should be. Maybe they should, though.
No, but Rolone goes right to the basket and does what he's been doing all afternoon.
All game, exactly. Here comes Knox, left side. Goes underneath, baseline, finds into the lane. No good. Is that basket by Crutchfield. Sosa, Barrios, Rolone to the basket. It's blocked by Broom. Elmore throws the ball two steps ahead of Harrison. I don't know whether I think he just threw that ahead of him. I think he thought maybe Harrison was moving a little bit faster. Now, maybe if he puts that on the floor as a bounce pass instead of a chest pass, maybe you have a different result.
Absolutely. I think he was anticipating way too early on that.
3-point ball game. Central with the ball trailing. Under 2 minutes to play.
Back cut. Watch the back cut.
Down low, Sosa finds Rolon, cuts through into the corner for three. I take back my statement about tired legs. That three right there by Victor Rosas ties the game up. Back comes Tampa Catholic. Crutchfield, and they're going to call a foul on Melendez.
I'm telling you, they're young kids, and it's just, the fact that if Victor has already knocked down his second three-pointer of this quarter, and if he's able to get going, this could be a completely different ballgame.
Marcellus Crutchfield misses the 1-and-1. Barrios has the ball. Tie ball game, 1:35 to play. Barrios finds underneath Sosa looking, goes left side, and Central has the lead back, 58-56. Knox looking, finds his teammate. Up ahead is Harrison. Going to the rim. Everyone's out of control, no call. Here comes Rosas to the basket, left hand, no! Get out of here, Mr. Elmore with the block. Back comes Tampa Catholic. Crutchfield looks, he's gonna shoot the three. No, misses it. Deflected by a couple of players. Broom comes up with it, body's on the floor, and they're gonna say
it's gonna be Central Pointe's basketball. Last ball on the floor went to Tampa Catholic, so this jump ball possession is going back the other way.
You just saw right on the replay there, Harrison got whacked in the head. He came up a little bit woozy there.
Well, the thing about it, if you look at the replay there, even before this jump ball situation, they had a chance to dump the ball inside, and what they did was, Crutchfield just kind of like looked them off, and he took a three. Well, ill-advised or not, that's for his coach to decide. But he's right on the floor, and then you got Knox on the perimeter,
wide open, and he's had four
three-pointers
this half. With that kind of look.
So those are the things that we just, as young men, as they play this game, they got to understand how it goes and how they play the game, and be able to understand time and score, who's your hot guys,
yes,
how to be able to get things going. Because again, this is a game that's played globally, and there's no simple plays. Everything's got to be thought out sometimes. You don't got to be a hero, just got to be productive.
There you go, key word. Don't be a hero, guys. Keep passing until you can find your open teammate. If you give up your shot, sometimes you'll find a teammate with a better shot. And I think in that situation, when they go back and look at film on that game, I'm sure there'll be some, oh, my bad. I could have got you that ball. Sorry about that.
or if not, if they want to go ahead and log back on and get onto SUV TV.
There you go.
And be able to understand to watch this game.
Almost. Oh, no. Did he get a, wow. Woo, that was close. Almost a turnover there by Central.
Now they're playing a little keep away right now. Little keep away basketball.
Well, remember what I told you about the foul
Yes,
situation?
yes.
That Tampa is down. There's a difference of 7-1. So now that Central has the lead, it's going to take 4 more fouls in order to get them into the bonus. So 31.9 seconds remaining, and we have a timeout here by Tampa Catholic as they looking to set up their strategy. The BCAC is sponsored by Pepsi, Nike, S-Re Sports Inc., E1T1, Dr. St. Patrick Germain, Burn Fat in 30 days. Call 407-218-6421, and Communiplex Services, Inc. Also, SUV TV, anytime, anywhere. Watch SUV TV whenever and wherever you want. Streaming live and on demand on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. You can also visit thesutv.com to watch full game broadcast, replays, and select original content.
And they can watch this game again because we have an exciting one with 31.9 to play in this game. Central Pointe has managed to come back and get a 58-56 lead behind just the sheer effort of Luis Rolón, and they've been able to pick it up, get some shots for number 13, Victor Rosa.
So this is the point where you've got to deny it. Tampa has to foul. They've got to commit 3 more fouls here, 29.7 seconds left.
And if I'm not mistaken, Central Pointe probably has most of its timeouts left. You know, they haven't called too many timeouts. I'm going to go on a limb and haven't been keeping track of it because that's not my responsibility. But just trying to understand that they probably have most of their timeouts left. So if they needed to call a timeout here, you know, in case they're unable to get the ball in, they have plenty of opportunity to do so.
That was team foul number 5. We're at 27 seconds left. 2 more fouls before it is 1-1. This time it's to Rolón. Now he's backcourt, so he can literally stay backcourt, but Harrison commits the foul. 1 more. They're at number 6 now. 24.2 seconds.
Next one is a 1-1.
Now it looks like, from what I've seen, Central, a very good free throw shooting team. So everybody who needs to be shooting free throws. Oh, and that one, there's no foul on that one because I think he actually lost that ball. It was deflected out by Crutchfield.
See, what have I just said? Now here's what they're going to do. It's probably design a press breaker here for what's about to take place.
Well, think about where that ball was. We started at half court, and then the ball moved into the backcourt, and now it's a baseline. So now, exactly like you said, you can set up a full court press instead of trying to deny maybe a half court, full court man to man. 21.9 seconds left. Central Pointe Christian Academy, the White Tigers, with a 58-56 lead over the Tampa Catholic Crusaders. Coming up after this ball game, scheduled to tip at 6 o'clock, Jones High School versus West Oaks Academy. And that game will be followed by Oak Ridge versus Osceola, the 2 programs that have won the last 2 state championships in Class 9A in Florida. Both teams have 1 timeout left. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. The possession arrow is in favor of Tampa Catholic. So any kind of tie ball goes to Tampa Catholic. And here they are picking up in full court pressure. Rolón inbounding underneath, being guarded. Finds Melendez in the corner, and he's quickly fouled.
And we're shooting 1-1.
I'm not sure that they wanted that quick foul, though. I think considering where that trap was, I think they wanted the trap, but the official probably doing the right thing there, knowing that a foul was coming. Called it. So here we are, a 1-1 situation. At the line, Ramses Melendez, the 6'6 sophomore, with a chance to put his team up by 2 possessions. First one, no good. Rebound by Harrison. Splits the double, and up comes Knox. Tampa. Ooh, good hands there by Victor Rosas.
13-7 left to play in the game.
And I think Tampa's going to take their last timeout. So I heard the strategy. The strategy was to get the rebound and push the ball up floor. Great defensive play by Rosas, getting a deflection, which a lot of kids, a lot of teams don't do. There's an opportunity for a deflection. Maybe they would have gone for the steal, or better yet, have just played back. But so now you get to draw up your best sideline out of bounds. I love the sideline out of bounds plays, Alfonso.
Yeah, well, it's, those are made for quick hitters. Those are made to be able to get a score and be productive. They're on the side, so I'm sure he's deciding something here now where the question is, does he want to go for the win, or does he want to go ahead and take the tie and try to let his defense make a play here? Because if you go for the win, you're going to have to take a quick shot potentially, or you might be able to design something where you have a quick out of bounds. You have Kobe Knox, who, if he takes the ball out of bounds, can step back onto the court, knock down a 3, or you could dump it inside to Elmore or Broom, because those guys have been having an exceptional ball game all afternoon as well.
Unless you have plans later this evening, I'm personally saying go to the basket. Now, if you've got plans tonight, then, maybe you draw up something to go to the get the 3. But I think you can come up with a nice play, especially, look, any foul is taking you to the line with a 1-and-1 situation. So there's an opportunity here.
Look, if it's me, I'm since I got to be here, go ahead for the tie.
There he is, back cut. Oh, it's stolen. Up ahead to Sosa. Off the glass, it's blocked. Tampa Catholic actually has an opportunity here. Knox knifing through, pull-up jump shot, no good.
Wow, that referee might have missed one there.
No call there on the block, but Tampa with an opportunity, unable to finish. As you can see, Kobe Knox with a good look from the elbow, unable to knock it down. And so our final score will be Central Pointe Christian Academy 58, Tampa Catholic 56.
It wasn't easy for Central Pointe, but you know what they say, as long as you're able to, there's no pretty wins, there's no such thing as, it's just get a win. There's pretty wins, ugly wins, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what's on that left column is a W, and they've improved 4-3, and it's, I'm sure the coaching staff is going to try to figure out what to do next to be able to get his team together for the upcoming season.
Well said. That'll wrap it up for this particular game. Coming up, our next game, Jones versus West Oaks. Thanks for watching this contest. We'll be back for our third game right after these words.